Hey, this is Scott Gordon over at Corporate. Wanted to send out another video memo and talk about a couple things. Primarily an email or a notification that came out from HUD last Friday about delaying the new good faith. I saw a bunch of emails go back and forth from title companies and loan officers and individuals. Linda and I have, of course, studied the HUD news item. And I know some people believe that HUD has delayed implementation of the new good faith, and I want to correct that. Our opinion, looking at it, and if you read the words carefully, I think you'll agree, HUD has delayed penalties for not complying with the new rule. The new rule still goes into effect January 1st. What they've said is, if people make a good faith attempt to follow the rule, they won't be doing actual penalties until April 1st. So our interpretation of that is that it would not be a good faith attempt if we said, well, hey, you don't need to do it till April 1st, or you don't need to do it till March 1st. That wouldn't be a good faith attempt. So we believe the law goes into effect January 1st, and we expect people to use the new good faith and the new HUD 1 after January 1st. You'll have to check with your title companies. There may be a case where a title company is not prepared to do the new HUD 1, and then you'd have to use the original or the existing good faith. However, in that case, we would expect and require a letter or email from the title company stating that they're not prepared to use the new HUD 1. We'd want that as a compliance doc to cover our butt to prove that we were making a good faith attempt to use the new documents. So there was one more thing I wanted to talk about a little bit, briefly, and that is yield spread on the new good faith. As you know, it's now the case that it's not the case that you can't earn yield spread, but it is now the case that if there is yield spread paid on the loan, it becomes a credit to the borrower. I want to be sure everybody's clear on that. We're not saying, we at Open Mortgage are not saying that you can't have yield spread. It is still legal. You can still have a loan priced so there's yield spread. You just need to understand that it becomes a credit to the borrower. We've had pointed out to us that lenders or title companies will allow the borrower to sign over that check. And the way that would really be implemented on the good faith is showing an increase in origination and then a credit. So if you're going to make $1,000 origination and $500 yield spread, the new good faith will need to say $1,500 origination with a $500 credit because of the interest rate, which leads to an ultimate origination of $1,000. So it's not that you can't make yield spread, but again, I'm using a number $1,000, $1,500. If you've got a loan that's $2,000 of origination and $3,000 of yield spread, that's a lot harder to explain and clarify on the good faith. So again, that's why we get back to saying consider doing correspondent loans and not having the yield spread issue at all. But it's still up to you. We don't want to have anyone say that we don't allow yield spread or that we are saying you can't do it. It's just a credit to the borrower. So that's the news from today. Have a good one.